Hi everyone, my name is Joel Sutherland. I'm the Director of Development here at the National Ataxia Foundation, and today I get to serve as your host for NAF Tonight. Be it good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, no matter when you might be clicking in to see today's show, we just want to thank you for being with us. It's not a long program. We have plenty to share with you, and we hope that you'll stay with us throughout. You're going to be hearing updates on what's happening in all sorts of different areas here at NAF. You'll be getting an update on our Accelerate campaign that we launched back in February. And you're going to be hearing from some folks who've been doing some special things around the country earlier this year and last year, and some things that we've got coming up this fall. But first, we're going to start with a gentleman who's going to bring some new information, exciting information for you. And no, he's not plugging a movie. He hasn't written a book that's being published. He simply wants to share with you some really cool news that's been happening here at NAF. And give you a little insight of what's taking place. So please welcome to the stage our Executive Director, Mr. Andrew Rosen. Andrew, come on in. How are you, Andrew?
Great, Joel.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Get comfortable.
Good to see you again.
As always, as always. It's been a while.
It has.
Yeah, plenty of things happening here at NAF. Our community needs to know. So let's fire away. We've got so much going on. I don't know how many minutes we'll need, but everybody get comfortable. We've got a lot of good things happening.
Andrew. I won't take too much time, Joel, but there is a lot going on. It was hard for me to pick just a few highlights, but let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
So first up, for the first time since 2019, we are going to gather the principal investigators of our CRCSCA Natural History Study here in the Twin Cities. We'll also invite our pharmaceutical partners to attend that meeting and really talk about the future of the study and how it can continue to have as much of an impact as possible on the treatment, the development of treatments for ataxia. So that's exciting. That's just in a couple weeks here in Minneapolis. Just a week after that, Joel, is our 4th annual Hill Day, where we will be having over 100 meetings with members of Congress to advocate for issues that are important in our community. And this year, we're really going to be focusing on finding more funding for ataxia research. So that's a great day. We do it virtually so that members can join us from all over the country.
And how many meetings are you going to have that day?
We should have over 100 with different members of Congress. It's an intense day, but
it's a big day.
It's fun. Another thing I wanted to mention, we have recently expanded our no-cost genetic counseling and testing initiative to include people at risk for SCAs 2 and 1, in addition to SCA 3, where we launched the program with SCA 3. So that's exciting, and there's tons of information on our website if you're someone that might be able to take advantage of that program as well.
And we encourage everybody to do so.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That is a lot, but Joel, there's more.
Oh, here we go.
And let me tell you, next up, support groups, kind of the lifeblood of the work we do at NAF. You know how important they are.
Yes.
We've just recently started some new support groups in areas of the country that maybe never have had one before. And we've kind of restarted a few support groups that maybe had gone dormant over the last few years and have some new energy behind them. So that's exciting as well. Early November, we are going to hold a meeting that was rescheduled from March, the first ever International Congress for Ataxia Research. Joel, I say without question, this will be the single largest gathering of ataxia researchers in history. We are doing this in Dallas. NAF is the lead organization, but we partner with our friends at the Friedrich's Ataxia Research Alliance, FARA, as well as Ataxia UK. People will be coming from all over the world to this meeting. And again, the first gathering of this group really since about 2 or 3 years now. So really excited about that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is something that just went live on our website in the last week or two, a new pipeline for all of the different treatments for ataxia that are in the development process. And so you can click in and learn more about each of those treatments, and there are literally dozens of them listed.
If I may add, it wasn't that long ago that there wasn't much of a list in our pipeline.
Exactly.
And it just really, truly illustrates the speed and everything that's happening in this community right now. So
absolutely. And it's a great point, Joel. There is so much going on and so much more to talk about than there even was 5 or 10 years ago.
Outstanding.
So tons of great stuff. The staff of, you'd think we need a huge staff to do all that. We've got 14 people. I like to say that we're small but mighty.
There we go.
And so there's just really good good energy and good momentum happening in NAF these days. And obviously, you know, the first year of our annual fund campaign, Accelerate, is also super exciting.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And you're gonna hear more about our Accelerate campaign here in a little bit. Andrew, thanks for sharing all this information. It truly is exciting times here. Things are moving faster. I mean, we know that research never goes as fast as we want it to, but it has never been moving as quick as it is right now.
That's right.
And we're all grateful in this community for what's happening. So when we come back, you'll be able to learn more of what's happening with Accelerate and hear from our national co-chairs, Mark and Leah Minkin.
Hi, I'm Dylan Garner, and my race team is committed to accelerating ataxia awareness by racing for a cure. Please join us in supporting the NAF by visiting www.ataxia.org/accelerate.
Welcome back. That was some great news that Andrew had to share with us, wasn't it? So many things happening in our foundation right now, from our genetic testing opportunities to our scientific conferences that are coming up, our new drug pipeline that's online right now. I hope you'll go check that out. A lot of good things happening here at the foundation. And one of the big things that's happening is our Accelerate campaign, as Andrew alluded to. We launched Accelerate back in February of this year to help fund these programs, help fund our research, help fund our ways to improve the lives of those living with ataxia. And things are really going well, and in big help to our national co-chairs who are with us today from their home in suburban Milwaukee. Let's hear from our national co-chairs, Mark and Leah Minkin. Mark?
Hi, I'm Leah Minkin.
And my name is Mark Minkin, and we are this year's national co-chairs for Accelerate. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this quick video today. As a reminder, Accelerate is a national campaign focusing on new funds to help those living with ataxia. Funds can go to developing a robust online marketplace, strengthening our advocacy efforts in Washington, D.C., developing targeted educational and awareness campaigns, as well as expanding genetic testing programming, and so much more. To date, Accelerate, with a goal of $1 million, has generated more than $150,000 in less than 6 months. So thank you already for those who have donated. The campaign has 60 new donors and more than 81 people using monthly recurring gifts.
Recurring gifts are so impactful. If you give just $10 a month for 1 year, your donation will equal more than an hour of ataxia research. This is a tremendously impactful option. Please consider a small monthly donation to help support Accelerate.
Thank you, Mark and Leah, for all you've done and all you continue to do to support the mission here at the National Ataxia Foundation, certainly as co-chairs of our Accelerate campaign. And if you'd like to be a member, join the Accelerate team, and we hope you do, we simply ask that you go to ataxia.org/accelerate, and you can make a donation of any amount. And if you want to make a smaller amount, make it a monthly recurring gift, that'd be tremendous. And thank you in advance for becoming part of that team. And when we come back, you're going to hear from some of our fundraisers from around the country, some of the things that they've been doing to help raise funds, generate awareness, and for many of us who get involved with our events, create some great memories. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, now I just want you to sit back, relax, and take a look at two really nice videos that we've been able to pull together for you, just to indicate and show you some of the things that have been going around in the country, and maybe that'll prompt an idea that you may have that you'd like to do to help raise awareness, generate funds, and create memories for our community. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Laura Cobb. My motivation for wanting to help the National Ataxia Foundation was a diagnosis our family received for our daughter, Cameron, in 2015. She was diagnosed with spinal cerebellar ataxia. Our family had never heard of it. We don't have any family history of ataxia. And I instantly felt that I needed to do something to get the word out about this brain disease, because we could quickly see how much and how fast it was affecting Cameron, who at the time was only 15. Today she's 21, and how I got started fundraising was, having an initial conversation with Joel Sutherland. We decided that what worked well for us was a party, an event, to celebrate Cameron, to rally behind her, to support her, to show her some love, to have our friends and family come out and get dressed up and, give her an opportunity to share her story with everyone, where she was at that point in time. The first one was in 2019, and we did it at a restaurant in a private room, and the room was filled, and we were elated and excited for her and for all the love and the generosity of people coming out. We didn't know where to start. We didn't know how much people would spend on a ticket to attend this event. It was pretty low key. We had an open bar and passed hors d'oeuvres. So it wasn't even a meal, but people hands down had no problem paying $100 a ticket to support us. I think the biggest tip that I have is just don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to rally your friends, your family, your neighbors, your social groups, your church members. People are very generous, and they don't know what to do to help you, and they'll do whatever you ask. I'm available as a network, as a resource, as needed as well. And you can get in touch with me through the foundation. Thank you.
Hey, that was some great videos, wasn't it? Hey, special thanks to Laura Cobb and all of her family and friends there in Chicago for putting on such a great event. And a special thanks to all the elementary school kids up at Burnt Hills Elementary School in Ballston Lake, New York. Thank you so much for all you've been doing for well over 10 years now. Plenty of good things going on around the country, and some more good things to talk about right now. At this time, I want to introduce to you one of the newest members of the Board of Directors here at the National Ataxia Foundation, a gentleman who's been involved for a number of years and has a special event coming up this fall here in the city. So at this time, please welcome Mr. John Dwyer. John.
Joel, how are you?
Hey, real good. Nice to see you.
Good to
Pull
see
the
you.
chair. Get comfortable.
Hey, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just joined the foundation here early this year as a member of the board of directors, but you've been involved for quite some time. How did this all come to be, John?
Well, Joel, it goes back to 1963, believe it or not, and many of the people in the taxi community know the Sweeney family. And enroll in school, and Tom Sweeney and I are in first grade together, and 59 years later we're still the best of friends. But during that that introduction, the Sweeney family, we started, Mr. Sweeney, we now know was living with the disease back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, unbeknownst to the family members.
Sure.
Fortunately, Tom, Joe, and Mike Sweeney are all living with it now. And so I've known that family forever, even though I do not have a family member directly tied to it. I truly do, given my association with the Sweeneys. So been involved not only watching the disease progress, but also been lucky enough to be able to be a part of their lives and also be a part of the walks and other fundraising activities to help support the foundation, and finally took the leap in March and joined the board, and I'm extremely excited.
We're glad to have you, and like you said, you've been to a number of the walk and roll events here in the Twin Cities, but you're cooking up a little something different here for this fall. What's shaking, John?
Yeah, I had a couple ideas, but certainly you and John Wegman have been very helpful as well. Looking to put together a comedy event here later this year in the Twin Cities. The walk and roll has been extremely successful here, and I know around the country there's all kinds of fundraising activities, but wanted to find a way that we could raise more awareness, also find an opportunity to raise some money to help us with the research and finding the treatment and cure. So we're looking at some different comedy venues and some comedy clubs to put together an event that we think will be extremely fun, lighthearted, but at the same time be able to get our message across to the community. And it's something, Joel, I certainly encourage others around the country to do. I know there's so many good people, and I met a number of the people at our board retreat a couple of months ago that are doing so many things that we don't know about to help to support the cause. And so I'm hoping, encouraging others around the country to do it as well.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks, John. The events that we do, they do a lot for raising funds. To your point, raising awareness. And what they also do is they really create some great memories for our community. So thanks for all you do with the board. Thanks for what you've done with our walk and rolls over the years, and we're looking forward to having a fun night with you this November at the comedy show, first annual comedy show. How's that sound, John?
I like it. First annual, one of many to come.
There you go. Thanks for being with us today. Thanks, John. And thank you for joining us today for this edition of NAF Tonight. It was certainly a great session. We got to learn some exciting news from our Executive Director, Andrew Rosen. We got to hear from our national co-chairs, Mark and Leah Minkin, regarding our Accelerate campaign. And I think you had some really good videos to see regarding what some of our folks are doing around the country to help raise funds, create awareness, and create some great memories for everyone. And if you've got something on your mind that you'd like to bring to us, something you'd like to do in your community, well, the information on how to do that is on the screen right now. So thanks again for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye-bye.